Hi everyone. Today Tristan and I are going to be presenting about the immune system. We decided to split our presentation into two equal sections. I'm going to be covering the introduction, overview of the immune system, the main organs and cells involved, and how the immune system works. Tristan will be covering the immune system disorders, ways to keep the immune system healthy, statistics, and the conclusion. To start off, the immune system is the body's natural defense system. It uses different cells, tissues, and organs to protect our bodies from things that can make us sick, like bacteria and viruses. Our immune system is especially important because we are exposed to germs every single day. We come in contact with them through air, the food we eat, and by the things we touch, and we even from other people. Even though we're constantly exposed to these things, we don't get sick every single time because our immune system is constantly working to protect us. The immune system doesn't just respond when we're already sick, it constantly monitoring the body and looking for things that don't belong. When it recognizes something harmful, it can respond and try to remove it from the body. So, throughout my part of the presentation, I'm going to explain what the immune system is, some of its major organs and cells, and the basic process of how it protects us from infections. Now, moving into the overview of the immune system is made up of cells, tissues, and organs that rely on each other to help the body fight against harmful bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens. One of the main things the immune system does is recognize things that could be harmful to our bodies. Once it recognizes a threat, it can begin a response to fight against it. There are several important functions of the immune system. For example, it can block germs from entering the body, destroy bacteria, viruses, neutral toxins, identify abnormal cells, and clear away dead cells. Another important function is that the immune system can remember germs that have affected the body. This is called immune memory. Because of this memory, the body can respond more quickly if it encounters the same pathogen again. There are two main types of immunity. Um, that I want to focus on, which is innate immunity and adaptive immunity. Innate immunity is the defense mechanism that we are born with. It works quickly with germs and when it enters the body and it provides first response to a threat. However, it does not have a specific memory of the germs that it has encountered. Adaptive immunity is different because it develops over time through exposure to different germs. It fights specific pathogens and has a memory. So, if our body encounters a specific pathogen, again, the adaptive immune system can recognize it and respond more effectively. Um, Now, I'm going to talk about the main organs and cells that make up the immune system. There are several organs that play important roles in immune function. These include the bone marrow, thymus, spleen, lymph nodes, and tonsils. First, we have the bone marrow. The bone marrow produces blood cells that are useful for fighting infections. This makes it an important part of the immune system because of the cells that get involved in our immune system come from bone marrow. Next is thymus. The thymus is where T cells develop before going into the bloodstream. T cells are important because they help the body respond to infections. Um, The spleen is another important organ. It removes old blood cells and also helps initiate immune responses when infections are present. Then we have the lymph nodes. Lymph nodes act like filters for lymph fluids and contain immune cells that recognize harmful microorganisms. You may have noticed lymph nodes can sometimes be swollen when you're sick. That's because immune activity is happening in those areas. Finally, we have the tonsils. The tonsils help stop viruses and other germs that try to enter through the mouth and nose. There are several important immune cells. White blood cells come from the main cells for fighting infections. T cells help fight infected or abnormal cells and work with other parts of the immune response. B cells are important because they create antibodies. Antibodies help the immune system identify and fight specific pathogens. Macrophages are bigger immune cells that can consume bacteria, viruses, and dead cells. You can think of them as cells that help clean up harmful material and damaged cells. And finally, there are natural killer cells, also known as NK cells. These cells can kill infected and abnormal cells, so all the organs and cells have different jobs, but they work together as one system to protect the body. Now that we have talked about the main organs and cells, let's look at how the immune system actually works. The first step is that pathogens enter the body. A pathogen could be something like a virus or bacteria that has the potential to make us sick. Once the pathogen enters the body, the innate immune system is the first defense mechanisms to respond. It works quickly to try to stop the pathogen from spreading. The immune system then recognizes antigens. Antigens are basically markers that allow the immune system to recognize something as foreign or potentially harmful. After the pathogen is recognized, the adaptive immune system becomes involved. This is where B cells and T cells become especially important. T cells can help get rid of infected cells, while B cells create antibodies that fight the pathogen. The antibodies are able to target specific pathogens and help the immune system get rid of them. After the infection is gone, some T cells and B cells remain as memory cells. These memory cells are really important because if the same pathogen enters the body again, the immune system can recognize it from the previous infection instead of starting from the beginning. The immune system can respond more quickly. This can help prevent the infection from becoming as severe or help the body get rid of it faster. Vaccinations also use this natural immune response. They help the immune system develop protection and memory against specific pathogens. So basically, altogether, the pathogen enters the body, the innate immune system responds first, the pathogen is recognized, the adaptive immune system becomes involved, B cells and T cells help fight the pathogen, and finally, memory cells remain to help protect the body in the future. So that covers the basic overview of the immune system, the main organs and cells, and how the immune system works to protect our bodies. Now I'm going to hand it over to Tristan, who will talk about the immune system disorders, ways to keep the immune system healthy, and statistics.
All right. Thank you, Jada, for introducing everything, going over that first half. And hello, Professor. I'm going to be talking about starting off with the immune system disorders. One of these is called Crohn's disease. It's a chronic disorder that inflames your digestive tract. Another one is lupus. Your immune system begins to attack its healthy tissue and starts basically destroying your body, and it targets a lot of your organs. Diabetes is an immune system that destroys the insulin in your body that your body creates. And so a lot of people have to do insulin injections and stuff like that. A lot of these are hard to diagnose at first. I know I personally have Crohn's disease, and it took a long time for the doctors to be able to find out. But luckily, they have the tools now where they actually took a blood sample and would take bone marrow, and they found that I had a certain type of Crohn's antibody in my blood, um, which led them to being able to make their final diagnosis. And I know, same with my dad, he has diabetes. He didn't know for a long time. He has type 1, which is the one that you're born with. And yeah, he had no idea. And one day he was just on the freeway and he like kind of passed out and then like hit the side of the freeway. And then he's like didn't know what was going on with him. And then he finally figured it out. But yeah, a lot of these are really hard to deal with, and there's no cures. And obviously, your immune system is very important for your health and keeping you alive, basically. So, here's a couple tips to keep your immune system healthy. Number one, obviously, a balanced diet. You know, we've gone over it a lot in class, kept track. Definitely good to remember how much protein and nutrients of other stuff that you're getting in your body to make sure that you're at your best health you can be. And again, like we've been doing in class, a lot of exercise. The more you exercise, the healthier you are. Very important that you meet a certain goal every week, set a goal, and make sure that you're keeping your body healthy that way as well. Next, get good sleep. Your body can't function on its own, right? When you're not sleeping good, it's struggling a lot more. And you need to make sure that you prioritize your sleep so that you'll be healthy and that you can stay awake during the day. Next is stay hydrated. Again, you got to keep your body healthy. Staying hydrated helps everything work correctly. And try to minimize your stress and keep your cortisol low. Very important. I mean, you can see stress literally kills people, it ages you. So do as much as you can to try to minimize that so that you can live on to be healthy and live a long life. And then finally, good hygiene. This is very important as well. Um, I mean, you got to keep your body healthy on the inside and the outside, you know? All right, now I'm going to be talking about some statistics about your immune system. First, we got about 70% of the immune system is associated with your gut. Very important to keep a good diet, make sure your gut's healthy. White blood cells make up about 1% of your blood. The skin is the first barrier against germs. The immune system includes trillions of cells. Bone marrow produces billions of cells every second. Lymph nodes are found throughout your body and help filter out substances. You can find a couple like on your neck right here. There are more than 80 known autoimmune diseases. Vaccines train the immune system to recognize specific germs before the person is actually exposed. Fever is a part of the immune system response to try to kill germs, tries to heat them up. Some germs can't live once it gets to a certain temperature. The spleen can hold about 1/3 of your body's platelets, which is pretty insane. It's located right about here on you. All right, and overall, your immune system is a very important part of your body. It helps protect us from germs, infections, and diseases. It is made up of different cells, tissues, and organs that all work together to keep us healthy. When harmful germs enter the body, the immune system recognizes them and works to fight them off. Sometimes the immune system may not work correctly, which can lead to different immune system disorders. We can help support our immune system by eating healthy foods, getting enough sleep, exercising, staying hydrated, and practicing good hygiene. Overall, having a healthy immune system is important because it helps our body fight sickness and stay strong. Thank you for listening to our presentation, Professor.